Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Matt.
And I'm your host, Abigail.
Today we're going to be talking about the series finale that just aired, I guess, 2 days ago, as of whenever this gets uploaded, for Stranger Things, the end of the 5th season, and also just in general, the end of the entire show. I think we're just going to hop straight into our quick little TikTok review. Of course, spoiler warnings, we're going to be throwing a lot of information at you guys because we're not only going to review this episode as a whole, both of our opinions, the season as a whole, and then also the overarching entire series because now it is completely done and over with. So to start off, we're going to give our 2-minute reviews for TikTok that can be edited down. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
You want me to go first? Okay, well, take the iPad.
Have my handy dandy little timer.
I'm going to stare deeply into this camera.
Okay. What am I giving you? A 10-second warning?
A 10-second warning?
There we go.
So this is for this episode, the 2-hour episode, and then yes, okay, let me
That's
think.
it. You got it.
I'm having a stroke right now.
It's okay. Do you need a
It's
second?
so stressful. No, I'm kidding. I'm ready.
Dear God. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go. I'm going to go when...
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for my episode review, I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think it had really, really strong moments. I think the epilogue, the post-fight, I guess 18 months after, that whole 30, 40 minutes was really, really good. They closed everyone out so beautifully. They allowed every character that's important to really have their screen time, to really call back to characters like Eddie with Dustin and stuff like that. It was just beautifully done, masterfully done. They closed everyone out with the Blades of Glory. It was really, really great. Now, the first hour and a half of the show, I thought I didn't like a lot of things. The Mind Flayer looked amazing, and that whole combat sequence was really beautiful and really well done because it was done by Weta, which I didn't even know until I saw a short or a TikTok earlier today talking about that. I was like, no wonder the Mind Flayer looked beautiful. It was literally the greatest animation studio on planet Earth right now, Weta in New Zealand. So that's why it looks great. But again, it's just like, I think they played everything way too safe. And they said a lot of stuff that was going to happen that was like super emotional that people perceived as death, which might be our own fault. And honestly, only having one character that I didn't really have any emotional attachment to, Callie, die. I was like, cool, whatever. No one gives a shit. And they also teased a lot of deaths, like Steve. A lot of other people in the show were like, it looked like they were going to die, but like they had no like sense of like, I don't know if the word is urgency, but it didn't feel like they had the plot armor. It's like when they all went into that final battle, I'm like, and you started watching the fight itself, I'm like, oh, no one's going to die here. It's like, it wasn't like, it was pretty and everything was beautiful. Like the whole show has been so far, but like, where were the Demogorgons? Where were the Demodogs? It was just like a mind flare in a desert fighting. It also took longer to get to the fight than the fight itself.
10 seconds.
You know, it was all lackluster leading up to the epilogue, and then the epilogue itself was, I think, beautiful and closed everything out. But I guess they played it safe is the best way I'll say it. And I wanted more. I wanted a lot more. So, but the overall season, taking into consideration the 7, the 6, and the strong 8, I think the season as a whole is probably like a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to give season 5, the series finale. Season finale of Stranger Things.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. Oh boy.
2 minutes on the clock. It's hard to break it down in 2 minutes. I feel like I missed out on so much information that I wanted to cover. But you only have 2 minutes. We're giving each other 2 minutes.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, really process it. I'll keep yapping.
Okay, no, good.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm giving this episode a 7.5 out of 10. I do want to give it a 0 because I hate endings, and this is such a phenomenal show. Has been literally 48% of my life, like half of my life has been while this show has been running. It's an absolutely phenomenal show. So 7.5. Reasons being, I think the ending was really cool. I love that they closed playing a D&D, which is a callback to the very first episode. I love the storytelling of like how it ends. It's actually like very similar to the first episode, which we'll talk about later, but how it ends with him telling the story about the mage, which obviously is Elle. All of that was so beautiful. I do think that she's still alive, and I stand firm. The some other characters we didn't see their ending. Vicky, Murray, there was a few of them. Also, Kali was alive for 11 to, if the theory is correct, Kali would be alive for longer. So we actually, I guess she died at the end of that, but like that's kind of unclear. So those things, and then the final battle, which was so amazing. It was a little short for me, and also very similar to season 3. I did love how it ends with all of the flashbacks from a bunch of the seasons with the characters of all of the things that Vecna and the Mind Flayer have done to them. I love Vecna's, I won't say character development, but how we see the development of his character. Not
Henry?
that he's developed, not that he's developed while we've been watching, but that we got to see how he became Vecna and the transition of him just being angry to him being a scared, sad little kid who just murdered somebody for the first time. So I think that all of that kind of came together in a really great way. And I love how it started. I do wish the beginning had been in episode 7.
10 seconds.
Okay. I do wish the beginning had been in a part of episode 7, but I do love all of that, and I have mixed feelings about how everyone survived. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid episode. I'm pleased with the season finale.
Now,
series finale.
Season overall.
Oh, and
season
my
5.
Season overall. Ooh, well, I guess if we're comparing it to other seasons, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
The whole season?
Yeah, I think those 3 episodes just.
Yeah, the 3 episodes for me were like, what, I give them a 6?
Bro, that was tough shit.
And then this episode, I give like a 7.
Shit.
So.
I will say, after watching this episode, I could give the season like a 7.5 because I think.
I think that's what I gave it, 7.5? 7?
Honestly, I think that if they went from episode 4, in episode 4 they just explained the abyss and the upside down, and then
they went straight into the fight.
The finale, I would have been totally fine. I don't really think that.
It's just so much exposition the last 3 episodes. I think they could have cut a lot of stuff out, and it would have been just as good. And it would have, if they added a little bit more
action.
Like instead of having the last episode, the series finale, be 2 hours, you had a 4th episode as part of volume 2 that was like leading up to the fight, and like the week of anticipation was like you said, if it ended where Steve was like falling off and they cliffhangered you there, it would have been insanely cool. Like that would have been like an actual like cliffhanger moment. No, I just think I'm gonna leave the iPad up here covering my face. Like, I don't know. It was paced really poorly in the second, I guess, half of it. You know,
the season.
Let's say volume 1 was the first half, and then volume 2 and the finale are the second half of the season.
Yeah. Well,
it was
the finale is volume 3. So.
If we want to call it volume 3, because it was only 2 hours worth of content, and the other one was 3 point something, and then 4
is called volume 3. Like I think
it's just called series finale.
Well, it has to be a volume because the entire season is split into volumes, so it has to be its own volume. Anyway,
it does not. It can live in its own.
No, negative. Okay, Vecna, are you gonna live in your own land?
The point is, I think there was just a lot of. I don't know. It felt really slow at the beginning too, because they were waiting for it to collide down, and then there was a lot of like military kind of figuring everything out, piecing everything together. Also, they never found Erica and or the professor, the teacher, when they went to the church. Maybe they were able to escape beforehand, but we never really see them at all after the people make it to the military makes to the church. Like they kind of just disappear, and you don't really see them the rest of the show. Like literally to the Erica, epilogue.
Yeah.
You don't see them until the epilogue.
Yeah.
Well, because the teacher's also at the graduation.
Yeah, right.
Like watching them graduate, you know. And it wasn't Murray there at the graduation? You said Murray, you didn't see Murray, but he's at the graduation, right? The only one who's physically not at the graduation is Vicky, and a lot of people are saying it's just because her and Robin broke up. She really had no emotional connection to the kids. Like, she never really met the kids at all. She didn't know who any of those kids were.
Right.
Her only connection to them was Robin.
She did with Max. I mean, she was on Max. She worked Max's floor when Max.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean Max.
And she probably got to know Lucas because of how often Lucas was there. I disagree. I'm sure that she did.
Well, that's all an assumption.
That's true.
The only person we know she had a relationship with was Robin.
What?
Was Robin, and people are saying that they broke up because Robin moved away.
Okay, I feel like that's.
And we also don't know what Vicky did. Maybe she moved away.
I feel like that's fairly reasonable, though. That kind of makes sense.
Vicky's like a more recent character that you meet at literally the end of the last season, and then you know her In
we
what?
met her in season
The end of the
4.
last season?
Oh, yeah.
Literally at the food bank, right?
No, they're in marching band together. Or whatever, in the bleachers.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
They go to school together.
I believe you. I believe you.
Wait, I was going to say something when you were talking about...
What were you going to say? But I think that we're on the same wavelength. We give the whole season as a whole, like the season as a whole, a 7.5.
Yes, I was going to say about the season. I will... Okay, first of all, I think that there could have been a season 6. And I think that it would have been really cool if they if they introduced the Abyss in this season and expanded on the battleground that the Abyss could be. Because, and truly I was really saddened by this because the set design is so phenomenal with everything else. I was kind of hoping for that in the Abyss. Like, I was hoping for...
How could they have expanded? Because or into a new season, because the kids were him building the Mind Flayer merger to bring everything in that one.
This season, I think, should have been introducing the Abyss and ending with Will getting his powers.
So are we just removing the kids as a whole?
No, I think maybe he could have taken longer to get the kids. Like, if he picked up the kids 2 at a time in every episode.
But you also have to take into account, it's all November 6th, right? Like, it was all, like, meeting on that day.
Well, then they can make it that day next year.
Okay, I don't know. I think
that there should have been another season because I would have loved more time to explore the Abyss, the whole concept. Everything just felt smushed. I think it was really good concepts, but it felt so rushed, so it's a little bit tougher to enjoy. I would have been able to enjoy the final battle if it was longer. And also if there was, like, some contrast with it, like if they approached and then Vecna was kicking their ass and then they were kicking Vecna's ass and then Vecna was kicking their ass. There really wasn't any of that. And it was just so similar to season 3. Also, the Abyss has to have, like, a different climate. Like, are we just breathing fine? Is the sun not killing us? We're in the middle of the desert. Like, is there no... Like, we're not exhausted.
People were saying the Mind Flayer likes cold, but then he's in a desert. Like, there was some stuff like that was a little weird.
And it's daytime. Like, it's... Like... I'm confused. I don't understand. And
also, like, where were the Demogorgons? Where were the Demodogs? They're originally from there. Bats. They're originally from there.
Well, also, they could have just been there in the Upside Down when they're doing the whole first half of the battle, where
they were kicking ass in Volume 1 and Volume 2 and, like, putting in work.
No, even the bats with Eddie. Like...
Yeah. There was so much stuff that they didn't, like, they just removed. And the battle was so, like, short. Like, they literally walked to the battle longer than the actual battle itself, which is crazy.
I thought the battle was going to be, and I won't spoil this for you because you haven't seen Game of Thrones, so I'm not going to spoil the end, but every battle in Game of Thrones, every, like, close to the end of a season battle in Game of Thrones is pretty climactic and long, I would say. Or, like, I feel like most of the bigger battles are...
Like a whole episode almost, kind of, like, type of vibe, right?
Yeah. Or, like, at least an hour. Like, how long is the... The final battle all the way in the desert is like 20 minutes or something.
If that. No, yeah. I feel like it's less. Like,
it's an hour and 20 minutes before the epilogue. So, and then they go back to the... Oh, yeah, you're right, because they go back to the base.
I feel like it's 10 minutes of actual combat. Like...
And we've just got, like, the whole new landscape. Everybody's breathing fine in the Upside Down. Everybody's okay in the Abyss. There's no contrast. I just feel like they had honestly, I'm, like, kind of sad because it feels like they had so much to play with as creators. Like, they built this insane world and this amazing concept. Like, I think it's a really, really cool concept that the Upside Down is a wormhole after 4 seasons and that there's an abyss and that's where the Mind Flayer is originally from, and that the Mind Flayer looks like this thing and then he opened his legs and then he turns into the... You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, he looks like a...
I know. It's from... What's it called?
Well, no, but it also just looks like a dead spider. And then it becomes a spider.
Yes.
It opens up.
It looks like shriveled. Yes, exactly. It looks like shriveled up. Like, all of the concepts are amazing.
Like, when a spider dies, all his legs crawl in and they kind of just look like,
All of the concepts are so amazing, and then we barely got to explore them. Like...
Yeah, the Mind Flayer kind of just came up, got washed by 7 kids. And then there were some really cool moments, like when 11 is, like, straight just, like, aura farming on top of the Mind Flayer, and she throws a rock at him and then, like, runs at him, dodges his leg, jumps into the thing.
Bro, when she splits it open and jumps in it,
off the fucking core. It was so cool. Like, there was, like, really, really cool set pieces. Like, I thought the whole I guess like final fight itself, even though it was very, very short, looked really, really cool.
It did. It looked amazing.
Of course, it's Weta.
Duh. Also, like Nancy being in
They
that
also built that
canyon,
set.
that was super
They built that set.
freaking cool. What's
I
that?
was watching like a whole 20-minute video, like breaking down like the final episode and like how they built a replica of a set in New Mexico that they weren't allowed to film in. They like built it from the ground up themselves. Like they
What's
wanted
that?
to like the Abyss. They wanted the Abyss to be filmed in this, I guess like mountain desert range in New Mexico, but they weren't allowed to film there because of like I guess preservation. So they rebuilt it
Okay.
in a completely different place from the ground up.
Okay.
So
They also did that with the Squawk. They took pictures of, which is why I'm like, the set design is so dedicated.
yeah, they did a lot of like photo
It's
geometry.
amazing. I just wish that we would have had
with
more
drones and
time
stuff like
for
that.
set designers, the set design team, to do more with this landscape. Like,
Well, no, the set design team did great. They killed it. They
No,
did
but I mean, like-
the actual filming in the area. We could have did more.
But I
because
mean,
there's
like,
just more
they
shit
would
to
have
do.
had more. I just feel like they have such good capacity with all the set design that they've done that they should have had a more range. Like, there should have been a whole episode dedicated to what is the Abyss? What else is in the Abyss? Maybe the Mind Flayer is birthed from something. Like, we really don't know anything else about this Dimension X.
They were just that would have just been
just there
more
and
and more
gone.
exposition. People wanted action. Like
I know, because we had 3 episodes of exposition. But if there was
I feel like there was a lot of movement this episode. Like it was a lot of like drive, move.
There
like,
can't be more exposition. That's all they gave us in 3 episodes.
well, they gave us a little bit of exposition in the sense of like Henry when he broke the like the cave curse or the cave fear and pushed through it.
That was so.
I think
that was so.
his
cool.
acting was amazing and pushing through that and like that whole area. And then him and Will, like Will's connecting with him, seeing that whole thing, and then like I love what's his name, James Campbell.
Jamie Campbell.
Jamie Campbell.
I think so.
Campbell. He
It's
did an
definitely
amazing
Campbell.
job as Henry. Will did a great job this season too, like or this episode as a whole. I think Will this whole season was great. Like Will, a lot of people didn't like his coming out. I think just in relation to the last 3 episodes before, but like I think the way he acted it was great. I just didn't
I
like the
agree.
way it was like filmed and put together.
Yeah.
But I think him as an actor, Noah Schnapp, did a great job this entire season. He went from like one of my least favorite characters to one of my most favorite characters this season.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
I think it was
least
great.
favorite at the beginning of the season?
Beginning of the show.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like him
I
in
loved him at the
season
beginning of the
1, 2, 3, 4. Like he was just like useless in my opinion. He was just there. He was just like the guy who got influenced by Vecna and the Mind Flayer and all this stuff and just kind of was used to push the story forward.
show. Right.
And this season, I think he did a great job to like actually be a really, really good actor on par with the rest of the kids. You know, on par with Finn, Luke. What's in Lucas's name? Caleb, Gaten. Like I think he's on par with all of them as actors
Now.
in comparison to before. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
I don't know that I agree, but I do know what you mean.
well, do you not think that this is his best acting season as a whole?
I do agree with that.
You
I
just,
think it's.
you just think he was better in other seasons than I do.
No, I think this is his best acting season. I don't know that I would consider him on par with everybody else.
Well, he's closer.
I also wouldn't put. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's
yes,
closer.
I agree.
I don't think he has
also-
no depth, but
I don't think that I would put everybody else in the same category because they're like, I don't even know that I would put all 3 of the other boys in the same category. But that's another discussion.
I'm just saying they're closer. He is closer to them now than he was before. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're all in the same wavelength, the same.
No, I disagree. I feel like they've always all been like as kids, they were all really good actors.
No, Will was nowhere near as good as all the other ones,
What?
in my opinion. Maybe it's just the way they wrote his character.
I don't know. I think when you're playing what is he, 10, 12 or something in the first season? I think they're like 12-ish years old, 10, 11 years old, something like that.
Mhm.
And you're having to imagine the Mind Flayer and there's actually nothing there. Like, or like there's a thing there, but it's
A lot
not.
of the
I think
imagination.
he's such a good actor.
This
for that,
season was
like, on that.
crazy. Man, I wish you watched this 20-minute video breakdown. It's like this is like a breakdown from Netflix with the Duffer Brothers and stuff like that about the
Mhm.
whole last, but like how Weta brought the character in and the whole Mind Flayer and like the acting in that last whole battle was really cool because Weta brought in the Mind Flayer, but like and they put it on an iPad so they could see the scale. Like
I saw that.
Like and like all the kids were holding the iPad to understand the scale.
Yeah.
But when they were filming, there was nothing really on set to like mimic like its feet hitting the ground. So like all the camera shake was done in like not even in post production. Physically, they would shake the camera to mimic what it would feel like it hitting the floor. But then the kids needed to like act out
it hitting
the floor. Like, and there was like that was just them inherently acting the motion because there was nothing really like hitting the ground. They had to like just like, okay, the foot is gonna hit now.
Well, I feel like you can see it in my opinion, in every single episode. I mean, I wouldn't say they happened to luck out. I would say that the casting team on this show was phenomenal.
From ground zero. I mean, the swap for Holly.
Insane. But like from the beginning, because Holly's 14, but the kids were not 14 when they were cast. And they all ended up being good actors and grew up to be even better actors. Like there's the off chance that you hire a kid actor and they grow up and they're an atrocious actor.
Well, Gaten was in Broadway right before he.
Right, they all have a history and yeah. But like, there's a chance that they grow out of it, or they just stop caring about acting, and then they're stuck in their contract and they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that I just think that the casting is so phenomenal. Even like the new characters. I mean, Murray's not in season 1. Vicky is literally brand new. Vecna is fairly new. Acting like the actors wise.
Jamie.
Yeah. No. But like But like for their characters, the actors are all fairly new.
Well, he was there the whole second season, the whole 4th season.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's only 2 seasons out of a 5-season show. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Vicky's even like Vicky was literally just.
And they all feel like they've been there. Like you feel like you could. I don't know. The story just flowed. I think seasons 1 through 4. I'm gonna say because season 5 is a little rocky for me in the writing, but I think the story just flowed so well. Like you just heard Vecna's story and you believed every minute of it, and you were like, oh yeah, Vecna's been here the whole time, and he's, doing his thing, and he's taking children, and he's been planning this, and he was number 1. You know what I mean? Like it's just it was all like pieced together like a puzzle.
Beautifully.
It was beautiful.
I want to blame. So like the thing is, side note, I want to kind of blame the Duffer Brothers, maybe a little bit Netflix side. Like, also, I don't know, I read something about Netflix canceled the next Duffer project, that they don't want to work with them, I guess, anymore or something, maybe. This might be completely fake news and has nothing to do with anything.
We will look
into like, it. The Duffers had such an amazing idea at the beginning of the show, at the end of the show. They executed so well for 4 straight seasons.
So well.
The 5th season, I feel like, they're like, we want to end the show because I think they want to work on other things, obviously, and do other stuff.
There's a spinoff.
But we want to finish everything that we had planned. And I feel like they rushed a lot of it in season 5, where, like, you are right, they could have possibly had a 6th season where instead of the last 3 episodes before the finale explaining the abyss, it might have happened in a 5th season leading up to the kids being taken at the end of the season, and then Will unlocking his powers at the end of the season, and then like a whole bunch of like combat, other potential exposition stuff, like stretch out the episodes in different ways.
The final battle and Call Me Crazy, you could stretch that out into probably.
Or maybe the season 6 is like a massive 3 2-hour epic, like 3 episode 2-hour epic, different thing, like, and have season 5 be its own thing. You know what I mean? Like, you could have split it in different ways where you were able to add a lot more exposition in different parts, leading into action better.
Yeah,
it could have been, in my opinion, written and paced different. Like, maybe not written differently, but like positioned the writing differently. Like,
I also think
stuff at the beginning.
If this was the type of show to have a bunch of things jammed into one season, so like for example, The Vampire Diaries, amazing. I know you don't know it, but The Vampire Diaries, amazing.
Not a single clue.
Amazing writing, but in one season you do have, in most of the seasons, not in every season, but in most of the seasons you have multiple villains. About halfway through the season, they beat a villain, but then there's a villain who sent that villain, so you meet that villain, or a villain came into town and killed that villain, so you meet the bigger, badder villain. And there's like villains that are families, and there's just so much stuff. So if Stranger Things had been like that, if every single season had been just stuffed with a bunch of stuff, then it would make sense that season 5 has so much new shit in it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, because the way that their storytelling method is that every season starts off with like a lot of detail. What's it called?
Exposition.
Season 4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Season 4, yeah, exposition, but like season 4 starts off with all this exposition in detail. You see into the not just the people that Vecna kills in the beginning, Chrissy and Nancy's partner from the oh, from her thing in the car, whatever, the guy with the glasses that Vecna ends up killing after Chrissy, because he takes 3 people. Remember?
Yeah. Then one of
Okay.
them's the basketball player, football player,
Yes, I think so.
in the lake.
Yes. So there's 3 gates, I think, or 4, whatever.
Well,
There's-
Max was the 4th one.
Right, you're right. So there was 3, right? But you don't just see him kill those people. Like in this episode, you see things happen so quickly.
Mhm.
In season 4, you don't just see him kill them. You see into their lives. We know what Chrissy was like. We know that Chrissy was experimenting with marijuana.
And that
And
also brings Eddie into play and
right,
a lot of
and that
his
she was a
development.
cheerleader. So like I feel like every season is just detailed so well. You see Joyce play with lights in season 1 for a long fucking time
Mhm.
before anything else happens. You know what I mean? So if it had been like that for this entire season and not just like volume 2 being, oh, here's all the exposition, like let me hand it to you. And now also Will just magically has these new powers and also knows how to wield them and go against Vecna in 35 seconds. It just like was a lot altogether. And it doesn't match the rest of the seasons detail wise.
So when I initially watched Stranger Things, and I want your opinion, the first 4 seasons, it felt like the genre was like horror sci-fi, right?
Okay.
Horror sci-fi action, right? Like
Yeah.
like those 3
Like
big
adventure.
those 3 big pillars,
Yeah.
right? Maybe adventure instead of action, but there's
No.
there's
Action was
action in
good. Yeah,
adventure,
yeah.
right? So the first 4 seasons was like that. Major characters died. A lot of stuff happened, like Bob dying in season 2.
Yeah, and it was graphic.
Season 4, a bunch of people died. Season 3, Alexi gets killed. Like a lot of characters you fall in love with get murdered. Like it's just like it's a they're dealing with these giant creatures, these like otherworldly beings, like, and they're all just human beings. They're all just humans besides 11 and now Will, which he doesn't even have any more powers, I'm assuming, because now that Vecna died and the Hive Mind's gone, he's no longer, like, he was like borrowing powers. He wasn't given blood to like have powers like 11 and all
Right.
that. He was always just like a, what was it? A wizard, not a what did they call him? A warlock? What was it? Where he's borrowing sorcerer, right?
Mhm.
He's borrowing powers from another being that no longer lives, so now he's just a normal human again, right?
Right.
But this last season, I feel like we lost the horror genre completely. Like, I was never afraid. I didn't think anyone was gonna die. The Demogorgons, even though they were badass and cooking, they weren't menacing and scary like they were before. They felt more like an actual like creature that was just like meant to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like ominous, creepy.
Like they
anymore.
removed. I think they just completely removed horror from the genre, the series as a whole in the last season. Like it wasn't horror. There was no horror aspect.
I agree.
Like there was horror in the first
That's a good point.
4 seasons. I'm gonna make a reference. Like I think, as someone who watched Welcome to Derry and you have not seen Welcome to Derry,
I saw majority of.
like that is an actual horror show.
Yeah, that was.
And that show, as a whole, if we're looking at horror, I think is a way better show than Stranger Things in relation to that.
To
horror. Maybe I haven't come to like a concise feeling of if I think the 1 season of Derry is a stronger season than any season of Stranger Things, in my opinion. It's getting there. I think Welcome to Derry is one of the best shows. I also really, really like It the Clown, Pennywise, that whole universe and everything. It's really, really good, and it's done really, really well. I'm a big Stephen King fan, and they also have a lot of connections to other things.
You're a big Stephen King adaptation fan.
Yeah, his books.
You don't be up in the books.
I don't read the books, and I would not condone the crazy shit that happens in the actual It novels with the whole orgy of children and shit, which is a little weird. But the movies are all really, really good, and that show as a horror show, I'm using it as a reference. Like that's a horror show, and that they are not afraid to just assassinate half the cast. Like Pennywise comes out, chops a dude's head off, does not care, like straight just assassinating people.
Yeah,
that's an actual horror show.
I feel like Vecna had that when
in season 4, like it was actually like it's like whoa, he's just fucking a clock ticking.
I think the only glimpse of that in this season is when he spikes that guy's face.
But that's not horror. That's just like he
Well, I
comes
feel
in.
like it's like that suspensey vibe. Like there's not even a lot of suspense, I feel like. There's a lot of like what's going to happen next, but it's not like I'm about to shit my pants what's going to happen next. It's just like oh, I wonder how this is going to end. And it's it's like adventure-y vibes.
Yeah.
Even like from season 1, actually, you can see, which is another phenomenal thing on the directing in the show. You can see the lighting change so much in the seasons and how season 1 and 2 are like very murky fall winter vibes, and then season 3 is obviously summer because it is actually summer for them.
Yeah.
And then season 4 is back to fall because it's like back to school. And season 5, I just feel like I know that it's November 6th, but it doesn't feel like fall.
Like fall.
It doesn't feel.
It feels like that at the beginning, the first episode.
I don't remember. Tell
Like
me.
when Rockin' Robin and all the kids are riding their bikes, like she's kind of going through leading.
No, but it doesn't feel like fall. It feels like back to school. But the first season,
which is fall.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like autumn. It just feels like happy back to school kid vibes, not fall that we saw in season 1, where you see the Demogorgon in Will's hand coming through the wall and Joyce is screaming about her Christmas lights and looking like a lunatic. It doesn't feel suspensey, creepy fall Halloween-y vibes. It feels back to school August versus.
Well, it's post Halloween. It's November.
No, Pookie, stay with me. It doesn't feel the vibes of October, November, Halloween spooky the way that season 1 does. It feels back to school.
You're talking about the lighting of the show?
Kids writing.
Or just, you lost me. I'm so
sorry.
Clearly. Continue making your point. We'll get there.
No, it's okay. I'm talking about the lighting of the show. Well, okay. I was talking about the lighting, but I'm talking overall about the vibes also. Because in the lighting, you can see, obviously, it brightens up and throughout the series. If you watch the intro to season 1, which completely mirrors the intro, the outro of season 5, the very first scene, the very last scene, they mirror each other even in the shots. Like the shot of the sprinkler, and then there's a shot of the house. And then Mike is telling a story where the party kills the main villain, and then he falls to the floor. It literally mirrors it part for part.
And they lose in the first episode, right?
Except, obviously, the mage. I don't think so. No.
I think they lose in the first episode.
I don't think they do. Because Mike throws himself on the floor in the first episode. I'm so sorry.
I don't remember. I thought the whole thing was that it changes because they have the incantation to summon the mage, which is L.
Yeah, and then they do that, and then...
Pretty sure they lose, though, in the first season. I don't remember. I haven't watched the first season in a long time.
That's not the point I'm making. Basically, if you compare them, you see how the lighting in the first episode scene, is super dark, very murky. It's nighttime. Yeah, exactly. It's more moody. It's more creepy. It's more Will's about to go missing on his bike. In the last episode, it's brighter, obviously. We've gotten to the end. We've beat the Upside Down, and it should feel lighter. But in the whole season 5, it's the same time of the year as season 1. It's fall. It's autumn. It's November.
But it's less dark. It's less spooky,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And it doesn't give the vibes that season 1 gives, where season 1 is horror and creepy, Halloween. Everything is dark. There's things coming out of the walls. We don't know what's going on. Season 5...
They're pulling a dead kid out of the water.
Season 5, Robin's like, and the kids are going back to school, and they're all riding on their bike, like... happy. It's the bike.
They played it safe.
The bike shot. I don't know that they played it safe. I just don't think that it. I think that the series has come so far, and so it's kind of like, I don't know. If you would have told me that was November 6th in Hawkins, I would be like, no, it's not. You know what I mean?
So the thing is, when you make the lighting more, I guess, neutral, less moody, less intense, it's less jarring to a bigger populace of audience, and you are making a series finale to probably the largest, second largest, one of the largest shows on Netflix. So I think they play the entire final season very, very safe, to the detriment of the season itself, in my opinion.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
also, there are no deaths except for basically L of the main squad. I don't think that they're needed.
I don't think any of the main squad needed to die, in my opinion. I think main squad adjacent. Like, if Nancy died saving her little sister, and her brother,
that'd be different. Yeah.
Someone who really didn't know what she ever wanted to do with her life. Like, same thing with, like, you know what I mean? She never really had even at the show ending, she's still figuring it out. You know what I mean? If she gave her life to save her brother and her sister, who was like taken by Vecna to make this mind flare,
I
that
don't
would have been
even
a beautiful summation of her character, protecting her family.
I don't even think that there needed to be a death though. I think that it could have
There
been
could have
like
been.
I think there could have been close to death. Like Steve falling, but that was the only time in the entire episode, besides Elle, obviously, that I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I
You know what
mean,
I mean?
you wrote here, did the stakes feel real? Like, I don't think the stakes any time during the show, the whole series finale felt real. Honestly, I want to say the whole season. I was never afraid that someone main was going to die.
I was afraid right before Will saves Mike with that Demogorgon. I was like,
No,
it's
I was
getting a
not
little
afraid.
sus, bro. What's going on here?
I was not afraid because I was
was
like,
a
they're
little
not going to
nervy.
kill Robin, Lucas, and Mike. And those are the 3 people that are being attacked. They're not going to kill those 3 characters.
No, but
in the 4th episode.
maybe one of them would have died. I would say that part. Or like Derek or Holly, who at that point we had already come to love because they'd been main characters for 4 episodes. So
I was cool if some of the kids got washed. I was so fine with it.
All right.
If Derek got his shit
There's that.
riggedy rolled,
No, I think that it was.
I was fine with it.
I think that it was good. I don't understand Will.
But you don't think there were stakes? You agree?
I agree. I also just don't understand Will not dying. But
well, none of the kids died, and they were all connected. Will,
but they weren't connected in the way that Will is. Like,
yeah, they were.
No, they all expel their.
Will expelled his thing at some point in one of the seasons. I don't remember
know, but
which
then
one.
he has time to evolve into a sorcerer.
Yeah.
None of the kids have time for that because they kill the upside down.
Well, the reason Will, they mention it, they explain it in the 4th episode before Will gets his powers and Vecna comes to take the kids. He was like, "You were the first, so you will always be special."
Okay.
Like how Henry was the first, and he will always be special.
Right.
Will was the first that Henry took. Henry was the first that had powers because of the stone that we found. Right. I like how they explain that whole thing with the whole downstairs. That whole scene where
that was cool.
He's seeing his child self kill the person, get the abilities, and he mimics the motion, and so does Will. You see all 3 mimic the motion.
Yeah.
I was like, that's great. That's really cool. It was shot so beautifully. That child actor
did such a good job.
Shot so beautifully. Visually, everything edited great. Everything so good. It's just the writing was played safe. It was too cookie cutter. The whole Jonathan when they're walking to the final battle with Jonathan and Steve, like after he's like saves his life.
Oh, I watched a video about
that. Was just like, it was cringy in my opinion.
I watched a video about the Duffer Brothers saying that that Jonathan needed to save
Steve's
needed to save Steve so that Steve on their walk could be like, hey, by the way, thanks for that. And then they could close up their storyline. Like, that was literally the point of Jonathan saving Steve. But again, the stakes did not feel high enough. So
if Jonathan gave his life to save Steve right there, that would have been lit. But then who would have had the flamethrower?
Oh, wait, that's a great point.
Like, right there in that moment, like, instead of Steve Jonathan, they could have shot it in a way or done it in a way.
Or like something. I don't know. Everyone just comes out unharmed. I'm like,
everyone's just chilling. No one lost a limb, nothing crazy.
How was Jonathan? Yeah, if they would have brought back like that season 1, I'm not going to say gore, but like gore of the Demogorgons, like doing weird shit and like eating Bob in his stomach.
Like if someone just got their arm ripped off.
Yeah, would have been so cool and felt so realistic. Like they literally went to hell and fought the devil and came back. Like that, I could be okay. Like we really look like we got our asses kicked.
Yeah.
And we still won. But they all come back like
unscathed.
Looking pretty clean, bro.
Bro,
nobody gets whipped by his little leg. I thought his leg was gonna take somebody out. Not like kill them, but like
Vecna getting dismembered by Will was pretty cool. When he pulls his arm back and then snaps it off.
Will? Oh, yeah. Well, Joyce, I already said this.
Chopping his head off was sick.
That whole scene, I will say, I liked a lot. I like Elle cutting into the stomach of the Mind Flayer. I would have loved to see the... never mind.
What else?
It's just a whole other...
What else do we have here in our new
which we're not doing a good job of.
I think we're not doing a good job, but we're learning, guys.
Outline.
It's an outline.
But
we're
also, we just have so many feelings about.
Yeah, this is a kind of strange thing because it's a series finale. We have a lot of things to talk about.
It's 10 years of series
stuff. But what else do we have here? She did such a great job, guys. Everyone, she wrote all this stuff.
You didn't even scroll.
I didn't.
While you're looking, I'm gonna say this last point. We see 11 fighting Vecna in the belly of the Mind Flayer, or whatever we're calling that.
Yeah, the belly.
It makes sense to me. What didn't make sense to me was that everyone else comes in and is kind of like watching Joyce kill. This is what I was saying. Okay, last episode I said that I feel like it doesn't have. It doesn't have the. Hold on. It doesn't have the continuity. It's not continuity. But it's like the way that in every other season, when the characters know that shit's getting real, they know like, okay, keep it like whatever we can do to save whoever we can save is what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So I think while Vecna and Elle are in battle, and Will is also trying to help with that, and Joyce is doing shit, cutting his head off, and everyone's like, and all the kids are tubed up. I'm like, are we gonna get the kids out? Like, is anybody...
Are we talking about right there at the end?
Yeah.
Well, the kids weren't tubed up. They were all taken out.
No. When Joyce kills him, they are still tubed up.
No.
Incorrect.
No, they didn't.
You're wrong. Joyce kills Vecna, and then they take all the kids off the tubes, and then the kids are all like expelling the dark matter, and...
No. Let me say what I'm saying. You can pull it up. But like... I'm pretty sure they start taking kids out of the tubes, and like I'm pretty sure Derek even hugs Steve, and then you hear Vecna making sounds like he's still alive. Pretty sure all the kids see that.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Was that right?
Yes, but
okay, I was like the kids were all off the tubes.
I don't know if all the kids, but
most of them.
I think they should have been getting the tubes. This is what I was trying to say. I think they should have been getting the tubes off as soon as Elle's in that bitch. And everybody else walks in.
They do. She kills him. Nancy comes in.
He doesn't need to be killed. Like
No. She kills him with a spike. Nancy walks in, hugs Elle, instantly runs to Holly off the tube. The kids come in. Mike runs in. They start taking all the kids off the thing. And then Derek hugs him, and then you hear the cough.
I genuinely think that it took too long. If the whole point was to save the kids...
Well, they thought Vecna was dead. They thought the Mind Flayer, everything was gone. The heart had already fucking shriveled up into nothingness.
Well, I think that the priority should have been to save the kids then. Like, that was the point of... I understand we're trying to prevent the collision of two worlds, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. But if his whole thing comes from the kids, right? Isn't that where he gets his power or some shit like that? Not all of his power.
Yeah, but the kids were already taken off the tubes. Like, where he got the powers for the kids being connected to the vessel. And the vessel, first of all, was destroyed.
Okay. Time out. I remember 11 and Vecna throwing each other around in there. Were they not?
Yes.
Okay, I think somebody else should have been there taking the kids off the tubes while that is happening.
They were all fighting the Mind Flayer. They were all doing
Why
their
do
own
they
thing.
all need to be... They don't all need to be
because they all don't have a way to get in there. She can fly almost, basically.
Oh, and then okay.
The Mind Flayer is 30,000 feet tall, basically. Like, humongous compared to these people.
Just jump on it.
They were literally underneath him, stabbing him from the bottom.
Jump.
You know what I mean?
They need to fix it.
I think that was all fine.
I think they needed to get to the kids quicker.
We're going to watch the episode again tonight anyway, so you're going to be able to see it again.
That was kind of silly to me.
We're going to go watch it in theaters, which I thought was a really cool concept, and I like that they released it in theaters. You know where the Duffers went to go watch it?
In theaters.
They went to go... A lot of our inspiration, not just... Well, we wanted to do this podcast, but we get a lot of inspiration from the Escape Pod, which is another podcast about movies. One of the main hosts rented out a theater, and they went to go watch it with them. They kind of appeared at his showing, and he introduced them in.
Oh, you're just talking about the Duffer Brothers.
The Duffer Brothers themselves went to a viewing.
No, never mind.
Hosted by one of the Escape Pod
I
hosts.
thought you meant the first time that they watched it, and I was like, no. They watched it in a rented theater with the cast, and it was very cute.
No, but I'm talking about...
Yes.
On the actual day of the release.
Yes.
They were at...
Yesterday.
Yeah, the Escape Pod hosted a show.
Oh, that's right.
Something decided to break in my house.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Here you have character endings and arcs. The teams and all that stuff. Who do you think had the most satisfying ending?
Ooh.
Mine is very simple.
Okay, go.
Max and Lucas.
Oh, that's a good.
I thought they were very beautiful. Him wearing the gown at the end. How did Max graduate? Did she just like skip a year of education and just get to
There's
graduate?
18 months, so I'm like, maybe they just
Summer
cut her some
school or
slack.
something?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
But she
I
was
thought that was
also-
funny that she graduated with them, even though she was gone for like 2 years almost.
Yeah, you can't do, because she would be in. Oh my god.
I'm not even upset about it. I just thought it was funny.
If she made it up during the 18 months, it
She's a
would
genius.
still be 3.5 years in 18 months, which doesn't make any sense.
But I like their whole closing out of everything and how like when they're playing D&D, they're like, oh, they're together, they're gonna grow and love and you know
blah blah blah.
their whole thing. I was like, it's beautiful. Lucas and Max, I always
think
wanted them
that's
to be
cute.
together, and
I did too.
and I think that whole ending was great. I think everyone got the ending that they, I don't know. Mike becoming a writer made sense because he wrote such good stories.
Don't love Mike's ending because I feel like he just did not have a moment of peace ever. Like that was just so sad to see Elle be ripped from him. It was literally what happened to him at the end of season 1 when she like vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just had to re-experience it, but like for real, knowing that he will never see her again.
Wait,
was so sad to me.
Remember your theory that Elle couldn't use her powers?
No.
Because of the
What was my theory?
sonars? Him saying Elle couldn't use her powers because of the sonars?
Yeah.
It's just wrong, now that I think about it.
Why?
She used her powers to take him into that thing to talk to him alone. She took him into that area by herself to speak to him, to tell him I love you.
Yeah, but she can't even do that in I think that's all a vision because she can't even do that unless she's in quietness, remember? Unless she has the blindfold or she's in the tank. So that doesn't make sense either. I think all of that is a vision. I think Kali gave all of that to them.
Oh, maybe that is more logical.
How would she even do that? Like how?
I don't know, because I'm thinking like that's
She
her
can't.
using her powers.
Yeah, but she can't use her powers in the chaos of the upside down being torn apart, knowing that she's about to be ripped away when she's had to be blindfolded or in a tank for every other time that she uses her powers in that way.
True.
Like going into the mind, not when she's controlling.
Well, she doesn't
something.
have her face covered, right? Because she's gone into mines without being in tanks.
Yeah, but she has her eyes covered and she still has the headphones on, or she's in a quiet room.
No.
Like in the studio.
When she does it to invade that guy's mind.
Which guy?
The military guy this season. Remember when they're in the upside down and she goes into his head and he's in the bus tied?
Yeah, but it's quiet.
No, they're in the upside down. There's thunder, rumbling. She literally just has her face covered.
Yeah, but it's chill. It's like not.
She could have evolved in that scenario to like use her abilities. I don't know.
She's alive. I don't care.
You just want Elle to be alive. It's okay if people die.
Oh,
the show's over. It doesn't matter.
Also, Elle. No. Elle.
You didn't answer. Who do you think had the best character ending?
Elle. Wait, I'm gonna answer, but let's finish this point real quick. Elle is in a place where there are two, which is a real place in Iceland, where there are 2 waterfalls.
Didn't he say 3?
Exactly. But not Will, what the heck? Mike's dream to be with Elle is a place with 3 waterfalls.
Mm-hmm.
So why, in his imagination, would he imagine her in a place with 2?
He wasn't imagining. They were showing her, weren't they? They're just showing her?
Yeah, but the idea is that she's dead, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
So if she's dead and he's just telling the story, why would she be in a place with 2 waterfalls?
Yeah.
She would be in a place with 3 waterfalls in his imagination, in his storytelling.
Oh, are you saying that they showed you what she actually did?
She's obviously alive. Why would there be 2 waterfalls? That doesn't even make sense. He's literally been saying 3 waterfalls.
I think they just left it open-ended so people who think she's still dead, and even they say it's like, we don't know if it's true or not.
Wrong. They're wrong. Why would there be 2 waterfalls? Whatever. Basically, Ella's alive. The most satisfying character arc closing for me?
I think you're going to pick Dustin.
No.
Really? With the whole thing?
We don't know what happens with Susie, so I'm like...
Who cares about Susie?
Wait, what were you going to say?
With the whole thing with Eddie and the speech and the stage? That was beautiful.
That was beautiful, but that's not his ending. His ending is that he ends up in college going on adventures with Steve.
Which is also beautiful.
I think the most satisfying ending for me was Hopper and Joyce.
Was so good.
I love that they called back to Montauk, which is, if you don't know, that's the original name of the show, or the original setting of the show. I think it's the original name, but it has to do with the origins of the show. So he's like, "Oh, we got
that's a good Easter egg.
That was so clean, And also, I just want to see him be happy. Like, that is really what I want. I want to see him and Joyce just live their lives in peace. I want him to die before Joyce so that he doesn't have to watch anybody else die and he can call it a fucking day. I think it's too much trauma. Like, he just needs to be at peace. Who did you say? Lucas and Max,
Lucas and
obviously
Max.
I love, but they were going to be together anyway.
Yeah, but I just like how they showed everything.
Yeah.
They're in the movies eating popcorn.
Yeah, they got their date, their movie date.
Like, it's so cute.
Finally.
It's so
I think
cute.
it's adorable. I also love that Hopper proposed, finally.
I loved Will's ending. Like, he kind of, moves into leaves Hawkins, goes to a new place.
Yeah, he has to be in like a bigger
gets a
city where it's accepted.
boyfriend.
Well, we don't know if it's a boyfriend.
It's all cute.
We don't know if it's a
stuff.
boyfriend.
Maybe.
But we're happy for him.
We're happy for
He's
Will.
out.
I'm happy for everyone. Steve gets his happy ending where he's like gonna have kids and
Eventually. He
and
gets to work
but they're
with
all
kids.
still
That was
friends,
cute.
you know what I mean? They all meet once a month.
That I will say was the other I was going to say the other happy ending for me was that they all agree that they would meet once a month, because I have a really hard time with endings, as I said at the beginning, like a really hard time. I have been crying all day.
She
over this
cried
show.
Literally from the moment we found out that Elle died or Elle was giving her life to the literal end of the show.
I was sobbing
for 40 minutes straight.
I was sobbing. Like,
you got a couple tears out of me, a little tear jerkers, especially at the end
No.
when they're at the D&D table and all that stuff. You got a little bit out of me, but for the most part,
it was chill. No, I've been crying all day. I've been watching edits and I've been sobbing my eyes out all fucking day long. And for what? It's over. Wait, what was the point that I was just making?
I don't know.
We were just talking. Oh, Joyce and Hopper. Wait, no. Oh, the older kids, the Jonathan and Nancy and them, all coming together.
The squawk crew
was for me
They're kind of the dying.
Sorry.
The squawk crew. They're kind of the squawk crew, right? The radio host and stuff.
Yes, that was missing.
Sip some water. Sip it of water.
That for me was missing from the younger kids. Like, that closure for me is fine. If you're not dead, you should still be there. If you're Elle and you're not dead, you should be with Mike. And you guys can live happily ever after. I really don't give a shit. And I understand why they can't be together, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, the fact that all of the 4 older teens, the squawk crew, survived. And they're all still seeing each other all the time. And then Dustin is with Steve. But when does Dustin see Lucas and Will and Mike? And then when does Mike... And then blah, blah, blah. Also, I think it's funny that you brought up new point. I think
they all went to different colleges, though, I'm assuming.
Yes. I think it's... Well, I'm assuming also.
Did Mike even go to a college?
I mean, he's writing. I think it's funny that you brought up about Mike being a writer when you were talking about it.
It?
Because somebody was making a comparison about...
Him not being a writer in it?
No, about how he is in it, and then he ends up being a writer who has origins in horror like Stephen King. Which is a really cool comparison.
Oh, you're talking about Mike as a character?
Yeah.
Because in it, he's the stand-up comedian guy.
No. And I'm
Who
talking
can't
about,
write his own jokes.
No. I'm talking about Mike in Stranger Things, who ends up becoming a writer who has a history in horror like Stephen King.
Oh, yeah, because he wrote... I'm assuming he's writing about Elle and their story and stuff like that.
Well,
so,
he said,
which
he
has
about it.
horror things at the beginning of the story.
And some of it.
And it becomes less horror towards the tail end.
Maybe he is... wouldn't that be so cool if the series ended and he was Stephen King? They're like, this is how Stephen King came to write horror.
That would be crazy.
That'd be so cool.
There's a little weird, like, couple things that have, like, weird connections, like how Hopper and all these kids who just, like, blew up military buildings through C4 are just, like, not in jail.
Oh, yes.
Stuff like that.
The
That's a little weird. But, like,
just vanished.
But, like, maybe they didn't want to deal with the repercussion of, like...
all the questions.
All the questioning of, like, hey,
That's
we were kidnapping kids. We were doing all these crazy things.
They're pregnant. Also, the pregnant woman?
The pregnant women, you know what I mean?
And they're in the Upside Down. Did they all get blown up? Oh, my God.
People were saying that they were just... When Callie saw them initially, they were... as the failed experiments, they were just killing them. You know what I mean? So, like, maybe they were still leftover women when they blew up the Upside Down, but they were assuming that they were all just already dead beforehand.
Oh, my God.
Because when we saw them, it was just Callie explaining, like, herself the last, like, 2 years being captured down there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Enemy characters need more. I actually liked Callie towards the end. I didn't like her when they first saved her in those 3 episodes. She was sus, but I think she actually, like, when Hopper did that whole speech,
I guess she's just sus because all of her friends got killed in front of her, and she was like a grieving mess, and also had been tortured.
Like she had reasons to be like that.
Captured and tortured. Yeah.
What else?
Oh, when Hopper saved her, that was such a moment for me. I also think that was.
She felt like I feel like she felt like she was going to be abandoned, and then he came back for her, and he was like, "I'm here for you" or something.
I also feel like that was
Beautiful.
the first time where Hopper steps out of like his usualness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I feel like every time he's sacrificed himself, it's been for somebody that he loves, and this was very much him being like, "I need to just do it for the good of being."
Well, he kind of sacrificed himself for someone he loves. For someone he loves. If that makes sense.
For Elle. No, but that's what I'm saying. I
don't
think I think that he would have done it even if it wasn't for Elle. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think if Elle was
I agree. Because,
that
Hopper's just not a shitty person.
That's what I'm saying, though. His
Now.
I think his development, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think this was that was like a really nice final touch.
I mean, he has so much development. He's like okay with Elle's decision. He's accepting. It's something.
Yeah, in this season.
And he didn't just go into he's like, Will was going to be him in season 1. Or Mike. Mike was going to be him in season 1 where he's like spiraling down that one road. And he's like, listen, I was there. You saw him there through the whole first season.
Right.
And then he's like, you have to just accept it and believe that she
Which he really didn't
made the right
just
decision.
accept it. He was like, she's alive. He was like, I will.
Well, they all believe.
I will delude myself.
Oh my God, that scene where they're all leaving their books.
No.
Was so beautiful.
No. I don't want to talk about it.
That's the thing about the Duffer Brothers. Like, I feel like they tricked us all. They're like, it's going to be emotional. Every show ending is very emotional.
Well,
because,
this one especially.
Like, the cast and all that. Look, because, like, there's a lot of shows that I've watched, when that 70s show ended, and it's like, it ended 1799.
Yeah, but that's a sitcom.
But, like, also, like, that last episode was beautiful.
Like this, like Game of Thrones. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And, like, you see all the final cast people there together. You know, it's emotional. It's just like, it's always going to be emotional. I thought, and a lot of people thought it was going to be emotional because of other reasons.
Right.
Like people dying and all these other things. But it was like the most, I don't want to say cookie cutter, but like, you know what I mean?
It was kind of tame.
Super tame. What else do we have? Themes and messaging, coming of age, friends, sacrifice, growing up, letting go of childhood, living in it. We covered all that, kind of. Like, I think we weren't going in order of the thing, but I feel like we covered a lot of these points as we were talking about Will and all them and going to their own lives.
I agree. I think the messaging is beautiful. I think also something that that all of the cast and producers, writers, directors, etc. talk about is letting go of your childhood. But I actually think this pays more of a tribute to people who have experienced abuse in their childhood or severe trauma in their childhood. How like their childhood was really taken from them. There are kids out there who are fighting real life vecnas in their own homes or in their schools or in their communities and are just stuck in like this endless cycle of violence that similarly 11 is stuck in and that the kids become stuck in. I don't know. To me, it kind of seems like if you try to explain Stranger Things poorly, you could be like, child is tortured by her father figure.
Yeah.
And then runs away and is taken in by older man whose daughter died. and then has a demonic possession happen to one of her closest friends. You know what I mean? Like, it just genuinely, if you think about it compared to real life, it just seems to me like a real tribute to people who have had their childhood really stolen from them by the evil in this world.
Yeah.
And I don't think that messaging is...
They mentioned that.
I feel like it's more like letting go. I don't know. I feel like
because Dustin's in the speech, he mentioned that. He's like, our childhoods were taken from us.
Yeah, no. But I feel like the messaging, except for that, like everything else has pretty much been letting go this season specifically. Yeah. Like, Hopper needs to let go, and
Will needs to
Joyce
accept.
needs to let go. Will needs to let go of being judged. Joyce needs to let go of her son. Hopper needs to let go of his daughter.
I think it's less so letting go; it's more acceptance.
Mike,
which is kind of letting go.
Yes, exactly.
You've accepted something.
Like Mike has to accept it. All of the kids have to accept that Elle is gone.
But I think there's a difference between letting go and accepting. You can let go through acceptance, but acceptance you could also let go without accepting. Acceptance. I think it's more of acceptance. And letting go with acceptance is like, I think the overarching thing is acceptance, and letting go is something that they're accepting and letting go. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I think the overarching is acceptance.
Yes.
Like, being okay with who you are, blah, 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 all that, everything that falls into acceptance.
And I think that it had a good summation from where we started in season 1. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell from the beginning that Will is
All right.
queer, etc.
What worked, what didn't? Here you have strong elements of the finale. I think I'm going to say what I think the strongest elements were. I think the last 40 minutes, including the battle into the epilogue.
You're going to say it again?
Like, the strongest elements of this episode.
Okay.
It was the battle into the epilogue.
Okay.
All that was great. The final 40 minutes, even though the battle was short, it was still good.
The battle isn't part of the last 40 minutes, but okay.
Well,
it's
that's why I said the
50
battle
minutes.
plus the epilogue.
Okay.
I don't know how long the epilogue was, but the battle and the
The
epilogue,
epilogue is 40 minutes.
all that was great. Beautiful. Kind of slow at the beginning. They still needed to build into it, but if we removed, you could have cut the first hour. It's probably an hour, right? Because it was 2 hours long. You could probably cut the first hour into 30 minutes, maybe. Because a lot of it was like the military chasing stuff down randomly, going to different places, going to the squawk, Vicky. The Max pickup was cool when they brought Max into her brain whole thing. That whole scene, that kind of felt like horror a little bit. Remember when Max turns and Vicky's gone? That is like a horror element. They didn't build more on stuff like that.
When Hopper thinks he shoots Elle.
And almost kills her.
That was suspensey horror vibes.
You know, like there was they still had a little bit of them, but it was nowhere near like the first few seasons.
I agree with you.
But I would say the strongest element was like the back half of the show, which makes sense because it's the finale of the show.
Yeah.
Like the back half of it. I kind of wanted the whole 2 hours to be strong, but they were still like
I honestly
building into it. You know what I mean?
I think everything, for the most part, I feel like their journey into the abyss could have just been kind of, it was fine for me. Like, what happens? They climb the tower, and then Steve almost dies, and then Jonathan saves him, but only for the sake of having a conversation later. And then they're all walking into the abyss and talking. Like, for me, it was fine. The Hawkins, I loved everything in Hawkins' lab. I loved the Collie scene. I loved the the 11 and Hopper scene. I loved just all of that, how 11 goes up to the roof. Murray, when he blows up the helicopter.
Yeah, with the C4.
Amazing. Everything at Hawkins' lab was amazing. I just think the traveling to the abyss. I think the abyss just wasn't abyssy enough for me. I know that's not a word, but it just wasn't abyssy enough. Like, you hear the abyss and you're thinking like
abyssy enough is funny.
You're thinking like the bottom of the worst lake in the world, or like the very bottom of the ocean with sea creatures that we don't even know exist, and it ended up being this sunny desert. So for me, that just kind of took away from the battle. I feel like that's also the point of Stranger Things. It's like the battles are all dark and broody and shit. So I will say that for me was not a strong part. The end, the summation of the battle, very cool. The flashbacks. What was the question?
Oh, strong elements of what are the strongest elements of the finale? I think it's like literally the back half of the show. I think the
strongest elements, and I won't give like a time part, but throughout, the callbacks. I think that to look at people who have been fans for 10 years and be like, we're going to give you back everything that you know, was so phenomenal. In the scene with Vecna, the last scene, and it all goes back into D&D. They all, for the most part, have like pretty fine endings. I think it was like a beautiful. All of the callbacks are amazing. I think that's the most well done part for me of the last episode.
Okay.
I will say, yeah, I think that's
it. I want to get on a weak. You talk about weak points and unanswered questions here. I think the weak point was the military and their whole connection to it. So they're like the gates. Agree. How do the gates work? She just happens to. They're by the general store. She sees like an electrical. She sees like a radio thing. So she's like, oh, she assumes they probably jammed the signal or something, or got the frequency. Then she looks over at the church and somehow gets to the church. Like, how do you deduce that they're at the church, at the cathedral, like the top layer of it, looking down? Like, how do you deduce that?
Yeah, no.
And then from there, you see the squawk van, like the radio station van. Yeah. So then she deduces the church somehow. Then they have the van perfectly parked out of the church, so then they can go to the place, go to the squawk.
Yeah.
And then when they're at the squawk, if Vecna doesn't force Hopper to shoot her,
they would have found a Max.
Max would not have ever come out of the dream. She would not have gasped. Then they would never have found her. Then that would have never led to them getting to end up at Hawkins lab to shoot Callie and that whole thing.
It's like the perfect storm.
Like it's just like these perfect trickle of like these events need to happen perfectly at the perfect time for all this shit to even like remotely happen the way it happened.
There is.
So I feel like they were just kind of shoehorned in.
There is a conspiracy, or I don't know. I really don't know if this is factual or not. I'm going to call it a conspiracy because I don't know. That this story is based on a true thing that happened, and it was government experiments on kids.
Yeah.
So
Jerry
I
was telling me
think
about
that's why they had to bring back the government, because they start with the government in the season 1. Where like the FBI or whatever, the government, the Big Brother continues taking over Hawkins police investigations. Like they're like, we'll take it from here, and then they just come in and take the investigation and take L and blah 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 throughout all the seasons. So I know that there needed to be like a military presence. I don't know that it needed to be quite like.
I don't think it needs to be in this last episode because it's more. We're not a military battle. It's like we're fighting a demon, spiritual.
I think that after
diabolical entity.
What's her face? The lady from Terminator?
Yeah. What about her?
After she saw, oh my God, sorry. After she saw the battle where the she was there, right? When the Demogorgons
No, she wasn't there.
When Vecna comes through?
She comes afterwards. She wasn't there.
She was where then?
She was in the Upside Down.
In season 4. In episode 4, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I think after all of the military seeing that battle, somebody should have went up to her and been like, "Bro, we don't know what the fuck we're dealing with."
The guy did go up to her, remember? And then she ego played him. She like, she pushed him up against a van. And she's like, "Get your shit together. This would never have happened if you found her." Blah blah blah.
Genuinely, I think somebody needed to take her out.
Someone needed to shoot the shit out of her. She could have died. Kill her.
Yeah, I think that would have been fine with me. I think somebody needed to take her out from the military and been like, "I'm gonna make sure all of my people get home to their families, and this child who has superpowers can deal with it because I'm not." And just gotten them all out and cleared that whole. Yeah, the military was just too much. Weak points. The battle was short.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a weak point. It's gone. The battle was short. I just don't like ominous, or I don't like unclosed endings. So the 11 thing did piss me off. And yeah.
So what? You have friendly debate here. Was the ending safe or bold? We both agree that it was like a safe. It was safe. Yeah. There's not really a debate to have there. We're kind of like almost in agreement in general. We kind of gave it the exact same score, which is really funny. I guess here we go to the next section. Legacy of Stranger Things, cultural impact. Huge. It mattered. It changed Netflix. You know, all that. Will it age well? I think it'll age fantastically. Because it's set in a different time. It's not like a modern thing. It's, you know what I mean? I think it'll age. I think it's a show that anyone can watch in the future. And,
I think my kids will be watching the show.
Cultural impact. I think it changed a lot of the way shows handle structures. A lot of things are done in general. Release schedules. I think they were one of the first shows that kind of split into 2 parts because they wanted it to be more epic.
You mean seasons?
Yeah, and then they were also like a big proponent of like every episode kind of felt like a movie, and the budgets and all this stuff were really, really big. And I think it's just because Netflix trusted the Duffer Brothers and everything that they were doing and leading to this finale. Which, even if we didn't like it, I would still always recommend people to watch the show. Like, I still think it's an amazing show from beginning to end. It ended. We were talking about how every show kind of does this. This show didn't do this in the finale. Reviewed the first 4 episodes.
How ironic!
We were afraid.
Reviewed the first episodes, and I was like, "Bro, this show has never dropped the ball."
And it kind of dropped the ball.
And then it did.
It dropped the ball in that I think they rushed a lot of the stuff. Like, but it's also very hard to live up to the hype and expectations that people set for 9 straight years, 10 years.
Yes, I also think that we didn't need to live up to the expectations, but I think having an expectation as a viewer, first of all, as an audience member, and second of all, as a writer, director, actor, producer, etc., people from the studio, there should just be an expectation that when a show ends, all of the questions need to be answered. And I'm not talking about
That's not
Elle
true. I don't
because
think so.
that's
Personally.
I'm not talking about Elle because that's a different subject, I suppose. Like that's supposed to be open-ended, but there are just like a lot of things that were left kind of
Oh, there's
that-
stuff that if that stuff you mean, yeah, kind of weird. Like that's just like stuff that doesn't make sense.
or like the plot. Yes, I like the whole milkshakes thing.
Yeah,
Like those things.
those weren't his memories.
The way that the thing changes. What is it called?
I believe you.
When they turn up the temperature on the Demogorgon.
Oh yeah.
The way that the thing changes, and then everyone watching it was like, "Oh, why is it different?" Well, it's different when you're in Vecna's when Vecna's controlling you. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I think that those things, I think that is not like appropriate ever. Like I just don't think that there needs to be holes when a 10-year series closes. There should not be questions.
No, I agree. To some things. I think if there's stuff that's open-ended, like the L stuff, I'm fine with.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I think it's fine because it's part of the plot.
Yeah.
But when there are things that are not part
when
of
you make connections and then don't follow through on some connections, it's weird.
Yeah, like what the heck, man?
Yeah. All right, so let's...
Real quick, Hopper and Joyce.
Yeah.
Apparently going to school with Henry.
Yeah, that never... I mean...
That just never evolved.
But no one ever... I don't think no one ever called him Henry around Hopper and Joyce.
What do you mean? What would they call him?
Vecna.
No. Oh, that's a good point, actually. No, I think you're wrong.
I wouldn't know.
They find out that his name is Henry. Whatever. In season 4, they must know because that would be crazy.
Maybe.
If just nobody happens to mention.
But
no way.
They never say Henry. Like, they never say Henry Krell. Creel, whatever his name is. There's a bajillion. You
make it in French.
There's like a bazillion Henrys in the planet. Like, you know what I mean? You think they're gonna remember one kid from high school?
That's a good point.
But if they said his last name, it would have been probably different.
Okay.
They never really say his last name.
Fair enough.
All right, final thoughts, closing thoughts. So we kind of gave our season score and then our I'm gonna close this now. We gave our season score and we gave our episode score. So now let's give our series as a whole score.
Okay.
I'm gonna give mine. First of all, I think if I was let's rank all 5 seasons from best to worst.
Okay.
All right. Best season for me, season 3.
Damn.
By far the best season.
Absolutely.
This was gonna be it was number 1 at one point when the first 4 episodes came out. It was like they were touching. They were like right there, head neck and neck. Mm-hmm. The 3 episodes brought it lower. The season finale brought it slightly lower. So I think it goes 3, 1.
Okay.
5, 4, 2.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3, 4, 1, 5, 2. I
didn't like a lot of the California squad in 4. So that whole California squad with Arlong, whatever the fuck his name is, Argyle, that made that whole season much worse. Will with his bowl haircut getting the goosies trying to touch Mike's pee-pee.
I liked all of that. I liked
being exaggerated, but that whole thing was a little sus.
I did not like any of the California stuff until Argyle.
Jonathan being high 24/7.
Loved it. Loved it. If I experienced the mind flayer, I also would be getting high after that. I think.
How dare you?
Apologies. I think that season 4. Oh yeah, I didn't like the part where Elle gets bullied and then hits her with the skate and then
it's just the whole California time.
There was just a lot going on. If the Hellfire people have a club to be weird in, then Elle should also have found a club to be weird in. And
So what'd you say your order was? It was 3,
4, 1, 5, 2.
So we both agree that 2 is the worst season.
But I don't think there's a bad season per se.
But it is the worst.
5 would be the worst for me, except that the first 4 episodes smashed it.
Yeah.
Will having powers and all of that stuff. Kind of saved it for me because I don't think that season 2 is bad per se. I just think it's I
think the problem is after season 1, season 2 wasn't as good as the first one, so
it's
we kind of look at it.
Moody,
it's
not
smushed in between 2 such amazing seasons.
I agree.
That makes it worse.
I agree.
It's 3 is so good. 1 introduced such an amazing show. and you're just smushed in the middle,
Yeah,
and it's kind of unfair for it,
on
but like
that
it is the
note,
worst.
comparing it to where it is in the series, like placement, I think season 4 is so high for me also because to come down from
3?
yeah, and then still make like a practically brand new concept introduced to the audience.
With his Vecna
A
and all that
huge
stuff.
new villain
Yeah.
who we ended up thinking was controlling the Mind Flayer, but really the Mind Flayer was influencing him.
No,
But
they
in
were
season,
one.
well, in season 4, they were one.
I thought that was such a cool part.
I agree. In season 4, no, but in season 4,
low-key
it
carried
seems
this
like
season.
he is the main villain. Like he controls the Mind Flayer. Like he sent the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Because we don't know that they are one. It looks like he's the devil and he just came back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he sent the Mind Flayer, but it's really not like that, which is very interesting that they chose that route.
So we agree that 3 is the best season
3
and
is the
2
best,
is the worst season.
100%.
So we're at the top and the bottom. It's the same. We have a little bit discourse in the center. Like you're 4 minus 1, and then I have 5
so
and then
good.
4. We're like a little mish flipped in the middle, but we agree that 3 and 2 best and worst.
1 is so good, and I think obviously astronomical because it was the first thing that introduced so many people and made so many people invested.
I'm about to ask you a hard question.
No.
Overall, 1 through. Well, we're not doing 1 through 10, right? Because we're doing 1 through 5 now. Stars for so because we started a Letterboxd. They do 1 through 5, so we need to start doing 1 through 5
for the series.
Yeah, the whole series as a whole.
I will give it a 4.5. I will give it a 4.75 if Letterboxd will let me give a 3/4 star.
So you would give it a 9.25 or something like that?
I would give it a 9.5.
9.5? I'm going to give it 4 flat. So it would be like an 8.
Like an 80%?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'd give it a 4.
This is one of the best television shows I've watched.
There's
ever.
just better shows. Like
there are shows that I've watched that have
I think Squid Game is better.
Didn't watch it. There are shows that I've watched that have taken too long to come out, and I just stopped watching them, which is unusual.
At least the first
for me.
season is Squid Game. I only saw the first season.
I need to rewatch. I need to watch it. I'm sorry, but there are shows that come out that are too. What's the word? What is the word? That are too slow to come out with new seasons. I just give up, and you can never give up on Stranger Things. They could make 10 more seasons, and I'd watch every single one.
Like 3 was like a 9 point something. Like season 3 was like a 9 point something. Season 1 was like a 9. Season 2 was like a 7. Season 4 was like a 7.2. Season 5 was like a 7.5. So like the 2 strong seasons really really good, and the other ones are like a 7. So like they're kind of like they meet in the middle, like an 8 for me. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said like 8. 8 point something, maybe like 8.5, 8.2.
I think
low to middle 8 in that range.
This is where we differ because if I'm comparing it to other things that I've watched, season 2, even though it's the worst season, would still be something I would watch over a lot of other things that I have watched. So I think that it's still, even so, it ranks high.
There's some shows that are abysmal. Like I would still watch season 2 over a lot of stuff, and
that's what I'm saying. So if I'm comparing it to,
but it's still like for me, it's like a 7. The season
no.
As a whole.
For me, it's like an 8. That's why we have different rankings. If I could give the show a 9.99999,
so your whole overall,
nines,
like all 5 seasons, that's not true because you gave season 5 a 7.5.
Sure.
So you have to give season 2, which is lower in your 1 through 5 rating, lower than a 7.
Then it could be a 7.49.
You know what I mean?
Everything else can be 999999999.
All right, so I guess that's 10 years wrapped up.
Don't say that to me.
10 years wrapped up.
Don't say that to me. Literally my childhood.
Time for, is it TikTok time, everybody?
It could be TikTok time.
We're going to be playing a trivia where we each, I guess we'll do like maybe 10 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We'll each do maybe 10 of the questions, maybe 15. At the end of it, whoever has the most points. It's Stranger Things trivia. The questions get progressively harder. Today we're playing Stranger Things quiz. Trivia. Trivial Pursuit. Not that.
Say it again.
Today we're going to be playing Stranger Things trivia.
Okay. Iconic. What is the name of the town where Stranger Things is set? We're going to do really
Hawkins.
fast. Okay, Hawkins. Correct. You got the next one.
What is the name of Will Byers' mother?
Joyce. You told me that.
Correct.
In the last half hour.
So 1-1.
Which character has psychokinetic abilities?
11.
I didn't know that's what that's
Jane.
called. But yes, that is correct.
Jane Hopper.
Well, Jane, whatever her last name would have been.
What song does 2 1?
Yeah.
What song does Will Byers sing in the Upside Down to stay calm? It was at the beginning of the season.
Oh. I know it. Wait.
Come on.
It's
I know what it is.
Oh man, it's like
Come on.
it's like a back and forth song.
If you sing it, I'll give it to you.
I can't because I don't have it.
Do 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 do.
Oh, should I stay or should I go now?
Yeah. Should I give you that because I did the beat?
No.
Okay, so 2-1.
Okay. Dang! And I just finished rewatching a few of the seasons. What is the name of the shopping mall introduced in season 3?
Shopping mall? Oh!
I actually know this.
The mall?
Yeah. What's it called?
I always just call it the mall. Oh my god, I don't know. I actually don't know. I always call it the mall.
Starcourt Mall.
I was thinking Starlight Mall, but I was like, that's not right.
We're now 0-0. We can just call it 0-0.
No.
Well, then what are we? 2-2?
It's still 2-1.
No, you just got one wrong.
I don't lose a point. I answered 2 correct. You answered 1 correct.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, back it up, son. You're trying to 0-0. Hold up.
The top question.
What is Dustin's pet called in season 2?
I know this. I feel like it sounds like booger, but it doesn't.
Not even remotely.
It's not booger. What is it?
Dart.
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, it's D'Artagnan. It's actually D'Artagnan.
Yes.
But whatever. What number is tattooed on 11's wrist?
11. This is like a trick question because it's 11, right?
It's wrong. It's
What?
011, and you missed the 0.
That doesn't. Yeah, because
Nope.
everyone is 0. It's 001,
Nope.
002.
You're
Nah,
wrong.
hold on. There's
You're
no
wrong.
way. There's no way. It's 11. The number's
No.
11.
It's 011.
011 is still the number 11.
But you're missing the 0, and I don't care. So.
I knew it was 011. Nah,
Yeah.
you're trying to take a point from me. This is some.
He's wrong.
It's still 2-1, so I don't care. I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'm gonna not take that point.
Take the point.
No, it's 2-1. It's 2-1.
Wait, how would you take a point? Oh, yeah, it's 3-1. That's
no,
fine.
it's 2-1. 2-1.
No,
2-1.
I don't need you to give me anything.
It's 2-1. What is the name of Jim Hopper's adopted daughter?
Jane Hopper.
Correct. 2-2.
Joy. 3-2.
Nope, 2-2.
Whatever.
2-2.
Which arcade game does Max beat Dustin and Lucas at? This is harder.
Street Fighter.
You want to try again?
Space Invaders, Galaga.
No. Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. I wasn't gonna get that at all.
The first of the medium set.
What does Jonathan Byers love to do as a hobby? If you don't know this one.
Like as of the end of the episode?
No, just in general.
Take photos.
Photography.
Yeah.
You didn't say photography. I'm not counting.
I was going to say make anti-capitalist cannibal films or whatever.
I'm like, if you don't know.
Do you know that the cannibal films are... The idea for that was because the Duffer Brothers made a cannibal film when they were at
So what is
NYU.
it? 3-2, you're up?
Yeah. When they were at NYU, they made a cannibal film for one of their projects for school. I don't know where the anti-capitalist came in.
How many questions have we gone through?
Because they're all making $1 bajillion from this show, so I don't know what they're on about.
Question?
Which character disappears in season 1, triggering the main storyline?
Will Byers.
Very good. Here you go.
What food is 11 obsessed with?
Eggo waffles.
Yep.
What name does Dustin give to his new pet from the Upside Down? Oh, that's the same question.
Dart.
Who plays the role of Chief Jim Hopper?
The actor?
Yeah. You suck at this. You're not.
David Harbour.
Oh.
What? What do you mean?
I'm not happy about
David
that.
Harbour? Like, what the hell? Why did I not know that? Which character is known for saying, friends don't lie?
11, but Max said it first.
Correct.
Okay. Wait. Maybe Max didn't say it first. What was the name of the Russian scientist who helped Hopper escape in season 4?
Mike says it first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of what does Max say to 11?
What does the fuck? I don't know.
Whatever. What was it? I dump his ass. That's what she says. What was the name of the Russian scientist who helped Hopper escape in season 4? This is hard. What was the name
Russian
of the Russian
scientist?
who helped Hopper escape in season?
Fucking Vladimir.
4? I don't know that he was a scientist.
Napovsky.
Though. Dmitry Enzo Antonov. But I thought Enzo was the guard.
Yeah, he is the guard.
Oh, well then that's not right. I'll give you another one. What game do the boys love playing in season 1?
D&D.
Which stands for?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Very good.
What are we at?
Don't know.
I think it's 5-4. I think
You're 5 and I'm 4. Just keep going. You're 5 and I'm 4.
Leader of the Hellfire Club.
Eddie Munson.
Correct.
Hold up how many you have. There we go. Which character is revealed to be Vecna in season 4?
Henry Krell.
Who is also...
The actor?
No. What's his other name in the show?
Mr. What's it?
1, but yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
1. Yeah.
I don't care. That's fine. No,
6. All right, we'll do 5 more questions each.
Well, we're already in the hard section, so it should be done soon.
Okay. Oh, what is Eleven's mother's real name?
I feel like I know this. What is it?
I don't know. I can't hit the button that tells me the answer because there's an ad
Well, then-
on the screen.
Well, then just go to the next question.
All right, what is the name of Hawkins High's basketball team?
I don't know. What the heck? Oh, wait. Do I know? No.
The Hawkins Tigers.
Okay.
What
Who
am I-
helped Eleven escape from the Hawkins lab as a child?
As a child? Didn't Henry help her? I'm pretty sure Henry helped her in the 4th season. It's not Callie.
Who originally helped Eleven escape from Hawkins lab?
Can you not hit the button?
Yeah, I can, but I want to make sure it's right because now I'm a little worried.
5 points. I'm pretty sure it's 1. I might be wrong completely. People are writing in the comments right now. It's in a minute.
I think it's Collie.
Collie?
Yeah, it says it's Collie online. So
Okay.
there you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both still at 5. How does Eddie Munson die in season 4? This is not a hard question. Compared to the thing I just got, this is not a hard question.
He is attacked by those demo bats or whatever they're called.
I'll give it to you. It says he sacrificed himself by distracting the demo bats.
Yeah. What is the code name for the Russian project in season 3? This is hard.
I have no idea.
Operation Silver Cat.
Okay.
What was the name of... Oh, sorry.
It's still what? It's 6-5.
I'm not 6.
Yeah, you got Eddie Munson's death. You're at 6.
Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that.
What was the name of Hopper's daughter who passed away?
Sarah.
7-5.
What's the name of the mysterious government agency in Hawkins?
What?
What's the name of the mysterious
have a name?
government agency in Hawkins? You know this. Just tell me what it's called.
Hawkins Lab. Laboratory?
Hawkins National Laboratory, but take it.
Hawkins Lab? Like what?
Yeah, take it. So you're
Okay,
at 6, right?
6. What does Elle call Mike's friend when she first meets them?
What? What does L call?
This is funny.
What? Does
I remember it now that I see the answer.
No, what is it?
Mouth breathers.
Oh, yeah. What does Steve use to fight the demo dogs in season 2?
A bat.
A
Bat with a bunch of nails.
yeah, a nail-studded baseball bat.
7-7. Whoo!
Okay, I'm gonna put this down now that we know.
Who is
7.
revealed to be a Russian spy in season 3?
It's not Alexi,
No.
and it's not Murray.
No.
What the heck? Revealed?
Yeah.
Like we didn't think they were?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Grigori.
Who the hell is that?
You just watched these seasons literally like
What?
2 days ago.
I literally just finished season 3 2 days ago. I don't know
7-7.
who that is. Which character was the first to be targeted by Vecna? This is a good question.
11.
Nope. Like he killed them in season 4. Like.
Oh, Chrissy.
Yes.
Wait, does it say in season 4?
No. Well, you failed then. 11.
Well, no, because Will is theoretically the first person. So, like, 11 gets targeted by Vecna, but then he takes Will instead.
No, that was a mind flayer.
No, because they show that at the beginning of season 5, they show that he takes Will.
Look at you.
Was this trivia before the 5th season came out?
Probably.
Okay. So, it's Chrissy if it's only season 4, but once we get the context of season 5,
so then
it's
you
Will.
you take it.
Yeah.
So what are we, 8-7?
But theoretically, he wasn't trying to take Will. He was trying to take 11.
It's your turn. That's true.
The Demogorgon just brought him Will.
Keep it pushing.
What was the name of the arcade where the kids hung out?
I don't know.
The Palace.
Arcade.
The Palace Arcade.
Oh. Who is Nancy Wheeler's first boyfriend in season 1?
Steve the Harrington.
This is for you.
I'm at 8.
Can you scroll a little and see how many are left?
It's not that much left. There's like maybe 10. All right.
Just go. Speed round.
What is the name of the Russian scientist who loves cherry Slurpees?
Alexei.
Correct. 8.
Yes.
Go.
What is the password to enter Dustin's radio tower in season 3? This is hard. You're not going to get this.
Is it the song?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
Cerebro.
Oh, that's from X-Men. What is the name of the book that inspired the name of the Mind Flayer?
The Dungeons and Dragons playbook?
It's not called the playbook. It's called the Monsters Manual, but I'll give it to you. Yeah. Okay. You weren't going to know.
You don't need to give
No. You don't know what the D&D Monster Manual is. Like,
do they say that in the show?
I don't know, but it's a D&D book. Like, it's a D&D book with a bunch of, like...
Yeah, it's the playbook. Yeah. That's what they call it all the way in the end credit. Whatever. Which song does Will use as a code for the gang in season 2?
A song? The Ghostbusters song? I don't know. I don't
know this.
Will's
song in season 2.
Will's song? I don't know. Is it the same song?
Yes.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Should I stay or should I go by the Clash?
I mean, it's the same song he sings in the... when he's in the Upside Down. Why would it be the same song?
I don't know.
You're still up, I think. What do the kids use to communicate with Will in the Upside Down?
What does Will use? The walkie-talkie?
No. Season 1.
What does he use? The lights.
Yeah, Christmas lights.
What is the name of Lucas's sister?
Erica.
Very good. Erica.
Sanders?
St. Clair.
St. Clair.
Yeah, bum.
I knew it was with an S.
Yeah, bum.
What is the name of Billy's mother? What happened? What happened?
Battery exhausted.
Where?
You plugged it in, baby. You're not supposed to plug it in.
It's fine. We're just going to finish with this.
Okay.
Boom.
Go. What was it?
Billy's mother.
Billy's mother. What, her name?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's dead. Or she left or something.
She's dead.
Billy's mom?
Yeah.
We see Billy's mom in like 2 flashbacks. What is her name?
Susan Hargrove.
What in God's name? Isn't that Max's mom?
Which is also Billy's mom. They're related.
Baby, no. Billy had a mom. We see her in the flashback.
That's also his mom's name.
You screwed me.
It says that's Billy's mom's name.
You screwed me. Which Hawkins resident gets possessed by the Mind Flayer in season 3?
Billy.
Bullshit.
I think I'm up. We should end it there. What is the name of the Hawkins Middle School the kids attended?
Hawkins Middle School?
Yeah. Some of these questions, it goes from like some weird referential shit to like the dumbest.
Give me this. What type of store does Joyce Byers work in season 3?
A grocery store.
Which is called?
Maldives or whatever. Maldives. Melvids.
Melvald's General Store, but
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. It's a grocery store.
It's a general store, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
What did Hopper leave 11 at the end of season 3?
A letter.
Correct. A heartfelt letter, specifically.
Well, it was pretty heartfelt.
All right.
What does Robin reveal about herself to Steve while they are drugged?
That she's gay.
Yeah.
She liked the girls.
Whatever. Go.
What is the name of the government assassin who chases Eleven in season 4?
Oh my god. What? The name of the government assassin.
Who chases 11 in season 4?
Bro, at this rate, I mean, just tell me.
Lieutenant Colonel Jack Sullivan.
Bruh. Listen, Jack. What is the name of Max's favorite song?
Run it up the hill.
Oh my god.
What fast food chain does Argyle work for?
Oh my god. A pizza joint.
Yeah.
It's something about pizza.
It's a pizza joint.
What's it called?
Surfer Boy Pizza.
Oh. Tragedy. What phrase is repeatedly referenced in the show as a connection to the Upside Down?
What?
What phrase
I
is
don't know.
repeatedly referenced in the show as a connection to the Upside Down?
Gate.
Yeah, the gate.
And that was the last question.
Yeah.
Did I win?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I won.
We'll go back and count. Anyway.
This camera ran out of battery or died or whatever, but we're just going to finish it off here. It's just going to be on the wide.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's do that again. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
No, we can't do it again because there's no way to cut from camera to camera now. We can't splice out all these little errors. I'm kidding. I'll cut
We're
it.
cutting all of this.
Okay. No, that would be so funny. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut some things. I might leave this part right here.
He thinks
it's
it's funny.
It is a little funny.
He thinks he's funny.
I know I'm funny.
Thank you so much for watching with us,
Mhm.
or hanging out with us. And
We don't know who won the game.
we really don't. Sorry
don't
about
know.
that. We'll keep a tally next time. Please let us know what you think of the Stranger Things finale in the comments. Let us know your season rankings. Let us know who you think the best character is, the worst. What were your theories,
Everything
etc. Yeah, we want to know it all. And
in the comments.
Yes, and we'll definitely reply because we'd love to hear it.
And we'll be back next week. We want to review Marty Supreme, I think. I know it came out on Christmas, but we've been busy with Stranger Things and a bunch of stuff, so we might do like a late Marty Supreme thing. And then we do want to do some like Oscar stuff leading up in the few coming weeks, and then some top 10 stuff. We're going to be recording a bunch of back-to-back podcasts because she's going to be going, and we don't know what our recording setup is going to be in the future, so we need to work on that. So we're going to try to record a couple of, like, I call them evergreen episodes, stuff that we can post whenever because it's a generalized topic that isn't something that needs to have, like, urgency to be released instantaneously.
Yes.
But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the podcast.
So
we love you all.
much.
And have a great 2026.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yay!